Hi, I'm Mary from the Motor City Lyric Opera, and I'm so excited to read you a special story today. This story is the oldest one I know of that involves a bully. This story, The Three Billy Goats Gruff, is written and illustrated by Tim Arnold. Are you ready? Okay, let's be a good audience member. Remember to keep your eyes wide open, your ears wide open, and your lips zipped shut. Are you ready? I am. The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Once upon a time, there were three billy goats whose name was Gruff. They lived in a lovely green valley nestled high in the mountains. Through the middle of the valley wandered an extremely deep, extremely cold river. The billy goats grazed all day, every day, on the side of the valley where they lived. They were perfectly content, for there were no wolves or coyotes or mountain lions to disturb them. One day, as the three brothers grazed, the first billy goat raised his head and looked around him. He was the youngest and the smallest. Much to his surprise, he saw that almost all of the grass on that side of the valley was gone, nibbled right down to the roots. Only a small patch remained where he and his brothers now grazed. The first billy goat made a decision right then and there. I'm going to the other side of the valley to graze where the grass is long and fresh and green, said he. Very well, replied his brothers. We'll come and join you presently. So the first billy goat trotted down the hillside until he came to the extremely deep, extremely cold river. There was only one way to cross the river, and that was over a narrow wooden footbridge. As it happened, a large, ugly troll lived under the bridge. His teeth were huge and crooked. His hair was long and stringy, and he smelled rather badly of the muck and mire in which he lived. The troll was always hungry and gobbled up anyone and anything that crossed the bridge. When the first billy goat came to the bridge, he started across, trit-trot, 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 on his little hooves. The troll, hearing this, called out in his growly, scowly voice, "Who's that crossing my bridge?" The first billy goat replied in his small voice, "It is I, the littlest billy goat Gruff." "Ho, ho, ho, ho!" said the troll gleefully. "Then I shall eat you up." And he clambered up onto the bridge. Oh, the first billy goat was frightened, but he kept his wits about him. "Oh, please, sir," he said, "I'm just a small billy goat, no more than a mouthful for one so large as yourself. If you wait, my brother will be along. He is much bigger than I and would make a fine meal." "Oh, very well," growled the troll. "You may pass." And he climbed back down under the bridge. The first billy goat continued across the bridge, trit-trot, 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 to the other side of the valley, where he began to graze on the long, fresh, green grass that grew there. Presently, the second billy goat Gruff, the middle one in age and size, finished the patch of grass he was eating and came down to the bridge. He started trit-trot, trit-trot, trit-trot on his medium-sized hooves. The troll, hearing this, called out in his growly, scowly voice, "Who's that crossing my bridge?" To which the second billy goat Gruff replied in his medium-sized voice, "It is I, The middle billy goat Gruff. "Ho, ho, ho, ho!" said the troll more gleefully than before, for he was now getting very hungry. "Then I shall eat you up." And he clambered up over the bridge. The second billy goat was frightened, but he too kept his wits about him. "Oh, please, sir, although I am bigger than my brother, the first billy goat Gruff, I am still young in years and would make only a modest meal. If you wait a bit, my older brother will be along. He is much bigger than I and would make an absolute feast." "Oh, very well," growled the troll. "You may pass." So the second billy goat continued across the bridge, trit-trot, 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 to the other side of the valley, where he joined his brother grazing on the long, fresh, green grass. Presently, the third billy goat finished the patch of grass he had been eating, the very last patch on the hillside. He was the eldest and the largest, and he possessed a magnificent pair of strong, curving horns. He made his way down to the footbridge and started across, trit-trot, 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 on his big, strong hooves. The troll, hearing this, became extremely hungry by now, so he leaped up onto the bridge and roared in his growly voice, "Who's that crossing my bridge?" To which the third billy goat Gruff replied in his big, strong voice, "It is I, the biggest billy goat Gruff." "Ho, ho, ho!" bellowed the troll. "Then I shall eat you up." "Come and get me if you can," said the third billy goat Gruff, who was not frightened at all. He lowered his magnificent pair of strong, curving horns, of which he was very proud, and charged at the troll. The two met in the middle of the bridge. The third billy goat butted the troll fiercely with his great horns and sent him spinning, spinning, spinning through the air, kersplosh, into the extremely deep, extremely cold river, where the troll sank like a stone and never was heard from again. The third billy goat continued across the bridge, trit-trot, 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 to the other side of the valley, where he joined his two brothers grazing on the long, fresh, green grass. And the three billy goat Gruffs lived very happily thereafter, in their valley, crossing the bridge to graze on one side or the other, whenever they pleased. The end. Now, any time that you want, you can go to our website, mclopera.org. That's mclopera.org. And you can see our production of The Billy Goat's Gruff, an opera which has beautiful music by Mozart and Donizetti. You can go to mclopera.org. That's mclopera.org. You can go at any time to see our production of The Billy Goat's Gruff. It's an opera, and I know you are going to love it, because opera is way cool. And you're also going to learn that kindness is contagious, and you must be fair and kind and true to each and everyone, no matter where or who. Enjoy. What are options for you when you are being bullied? First, you can ask the bully to please stop. You can walk away. If you are at school, go to a teacher or principal or any trusted adult. If you are at home, go to a parent or grandparent or any trusted adult. Remember, Just say no to bullying.